Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It is the Nerdy Quail, and we are going to be continuing our live stream of Tainted Grail, the Fall of Avalon. And let me just get everything set up, and we'll get right to it. Alright. Where we last left off was we just completed a couple of quests down there. Did the quest where the person was biting people and all of that. Found out that one of the forebears was partially possessing him. But we're gonna go ahead and cut through here. I'm trying to remember where that. Looking for. Oh, I think the wood chopping block's up here actually.
Sometimes it's nice to just sit and think.
I think we've got some left, so we're gonna go ahead and chop. We're gonna end up needing a good chunk of wood to do all the rebuilding quests. So we're gonna need at least like 150 for that, I believe. And what are we at now? We are at, we need to go to bag. Resources. Handicraft. We got 46. We can almost build the dock, but we're gonna need to find some more somewhere. Make sure two-handed weapon selected. Cut through here, and we're gonna stop off by the blacksmith to
I like it when things are quiet.
go ahead and see if we can sell anything. I think we were fine mostly. Actually, we can get rid of some stuff, so get rid of that, get rid of that. Yeah, we'll get rid of the bow. We haven't been reusing the bows whatsoever. Alright, so we could switch to those. Some of these heavier things. But I kind of want to hold off on that until we get a few more levels to reduce the weight. So we're going to head to the stash. And we're going to drop off a few things. Now, first things first, let's actually head back to equipment. And just want to see. We need 5 strength and 7 endurance to wear that, and 5 endurance for that. All that. We're gonna just drop them off real quick here. We can sell those actually. We can sell those. Alright, that gives us a bit more room for looting. And we're going to go ahead and sell some of those
Hope nothing bad happened.
smaller items. Alright, so we're going to get rid of the looter mask. And get rid of leather gloves and those. And I think I'm already using a short sword, so sell that. Get rid of that and get rid of that. Alright, and that brings us to be carrying a lot less stuff, and we're gonna head out. Pardon me. We're gonna actually go to Maze's little hideout. gonna stop there first because I believe there's a wood chopping block over there. Could start taking on some of those guys over there, but let's get this wood chopping done first. Let's see here. Is it up here? Yes, it is. Alright, once this is done, we're gonna head out. Probably gives us enough for building that dock, but we're gonna mess around over here first. I need a little warm up.
You survived that.
Get that pairing lined up, I think. That went well. Just gonna grab everything. And I'm seeing something over here. Oh, it's just the statue. Okay. Alright, so we have a couple of options for quests that we could do. We could do that ship quest. Might be fun. Oof. Okay.
I'll teach you to respect me.
There we go. Alright, so quests. Alright, so we could go all the way north, but I want to start fixing a few of the things, or clearing out a lot of these side quests and miscellaneous quests. So, again, it's quite mysterious, that's fine. Seagull trap. Near the arc. Oh, that shoe is near the arc spire. But let's do this one. Alright, so we need to go somewhere near there. So that will help with the exploring aspect. So we need to turn around, cut through here, and go. Alright. Oh, is that having us cut through that? We're gonna go through here. I don't think we're quite good enough to deal with that bridge. Not quite yet. Of course, I think we were trying to go through that last time when it was at night, which they are a little bit beefed up. Alright, we got a bunch of undead here. Let's have some fun. Skeleton's already gone. This here. Get next. He's just doing the whole going back to the spawn point thing. Makes things a lot easier. There, there, bam. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Oh, there is something here. Miner's tunnels, huh? Okay, good to check out. Meantime, what we got here? Nothing. Alright. Good. Some of that. Or that for now. Got some of this iron ore. Besides wolves. I got, and yeah. Cool. And I just noticed, and I'm not sure how far behind the stream is, but apparently I had a disconnect at one point. I am apologizing for that. I did get new internet. Unfortunately, it's still satellite, but fortunately, it's much better than what I had. But there's still some hiccups, and I actually need to mount it on the roof still. It is not mounted on the roof. Okay, so where is the cave? Ooh, what's this? We got a summon keeper, village robe, and a silent weaver. What is the silent weaver? You may ask. I have no idea. That looks like a wand. And we got summoner keeper. Orders your summoners attack. Summons a keeper to fight by your side. And we still probably could increase my spirituality so I can actually use that skeleton arm spell a little bit better. Alright, where am I actually supposed to be going? Oh, yes. Probably actually should get back to land. I kind of want to explore around before. See if there's anything else on the side. And kind of delay. Trying to get past the weirdness. Let's get around these rocks first. Let's see if we can find anything else. Nothing. Nothing. Alright, I think we made it all the way around. Alright, so I'm curious actually. My inventory, more quests. Last voyage, moved their cargo to a cave nearby. Oh, it's way over there. I thought it was this one. Yeah, we're not gonna go all the way over there. We're gonna head back this way, making sure I'm heading the right way. we're gonna head back to mainland for now. There is something over here according to our map. A druidic shrine. Okay, do have some enemies nearby. Looks like undead of some sort, if I can make it up this rock. And I barely did. Alright. Now, come here, you. Almost can take you down in one hit. I will take all this copper, please. What is that quest? This is the part where you run away. Let's save first. Because one, theoretically, it's going to be harder during the weirdness. I think I have faced him before, I'm sure. You're a big one. Alright, what we're going to do is back, go here. Ogre bounty, ethereal cobweb, good unidentified item, ogre claw, monster blood, weird plasm, ogre tooth, and we can't carry its mace. Alrighty. Well, good bounty, good bounty. Though we are now completely overweight once again. See how much that is. Alright. How much overweight? Not too bad. That's worth 80 though, so I kind of want to keep that. Look at these things once again. That's all good stuff to sell. Hatchet worth 1.1. Wood cutting axe. Oh yeah, we need the wood cutting axe. Kind of just should drop that and that. Drop the 2 axes and let's look at all the trash. Nope, because everything I have is technically useful. Technically, we're fine. And we're no longer going to be fine. We dropped in here. Want to get all the good stuff first. again. Ooh, we got another one of those. Actually, that's nice. Alright, looking at this, that's not really worth anything, and it weighs a bit. We'll drop that, and plus we get those all the time. We'll drop that. Alright. I think it's worth doing fast travel. I am curious. There's a bloodstone. And that wasn't nice to get, but oh well. Cannot fast travel while encumbered. Okay, well we're going to have to drop. It's actually... I'm like, is it better? 4 to 8, 6 to 8. It's a yes and no thing. Minimally, it does more blocking, but maximum it does the same. And then what I've got has a special ability. We are going to drop that. Now we are going to fast travel. And since we're here, we are going to go to the barracks and go to bed for a bit. Okay, now we're well rested. We're going to get that ogre bounty.
Please, stay.
And we also want to get all the money for that.
I can't believe you actually did it. A blade buried in that giant body. I can only imagine what a sight that was. Here, take your reward. And please accept Camelot's official gratitude. You've truly done a great service for the capital. Go.
Alright, give us a good chunk of money in XP. While we're here, how much wood do we have? I know we have enough to at least build the dock. Not enough to do the next one, but we at least have enough to do that. We're gonna stop by the blacksmith and see what we can sell.
Ah, what a nice day.
So, weapons. Yeah. I think I'm just gonna get rid of the gladius, and then we'll get rid of the great bow. We'll keep those for now. I might stick them in the stash, though. That's the word I'm looking for, the stash. Okay, we'll head over to the stash. And Brother Green's quarters. I think it's him. Alright, stash. Alright, weapons. I kind of want to carry that because we might be able to get to it. It's the Silent Weaver. I'm gonna drop you off in there. I want to keep the we're gonna drop off the Shadow Blade. 5 practical. We're gonna drop that one off. We're gonna drop that off. In the meantime, I think we're gonna be fine. Okar. Now, we're going to head to the village. We're going to rebuild that dock. give us a little bit more extra experience. And I'll take any experience we can right now. You used to be able to sell us wood too. Wonder why they took that out. Copper? I'll take the copper. There we go. We did something. Yay! Alrighty. Okay, let's get talk to him.
Ah,
I fixed the deck.
you did? I thought I heard some hammering. One less thing to worry about, right? You've earned it. Cool. Oh, it's a huge weight off my shoulders. I'm not gonna lie. I know Fergus probably already rewarded you, but here, take something extra. Just from me. Maybe now we'll act. I'd ask you to fix the refugee barracks, but we'd have to do with something less spectacular. First, there's the old gate. It used to be a proud marker for our territory, but now it's more of a sorry welcome sign. Then, there's the monument to the sea creature. It's been weathered down by the salty breeze, and honestly, if you could restore them, it would do. Ah, that's the spirit!
Awesome, we got a little bit of experience, and we need to get a lot more wood. Probably about 100. Can I use that? No. See, well, we got some of these respawn, but not the whole thing. It hasn't been like a full 24 hours, I believe. But I'll take what I can get for now. And let's actually stop by the blacksmith again. Alright, this is just how my scatterbrain works.
What a nice day.
Why not? Alright, we bought 5 of those. Okay. We do have the quest to build the next set of things. Oh, we also have that quest too. But let's see here. The Festering Helm, the Festering Chest Guard, which we will start by that. It's useless. You should have known better. Yep, I know. Next, we got the leather, so we're gonna craft that and craft that. Trying to increase my handicraft skill just a tad. Copper throwing knives, bird traps. Oh, we do have 50, so we are gonna go down and actually make another little thing at the bottom there. As I said, sorry, this is just how my brain works. It's all over the place. 47%. Transfer worse is 87. Transfer better 44. I can't do both. I need another blood clot, actually. But yes, we'll head back down, build the next thing, hopefully get a little XP from it. If not, we'll at least advance in that. So sorry, here we go again. Whee! I'll increase as many things as possible. Alright, down we go. Okay, let's repair this. It looks slightly better. See, not sure if you'll give us the XP for that quite yet, because I think we might need both.
Ah,
Yeah, we
See
need
ya.
both. But at least that's half of what we need done. And once again, we're going running back up the stairs. And we have to... Oh, what we can do, though, is find that dude on the walls that wanted the quote-unquote better armor, end quote. So we'll find where he is up on the walls and get that quest done.
Ah, what a nice day.
We still have his quest too. We should actually see what we need for it. I think he's over here somewhere. You gotta have the coat. And where's the other guy? May have the armor according to the instructions you
Oh,
gave me.
right. The lamellar armor from the Armorer's Almanac. I remember.
I could be sarcastic.
That's impossible. You must...
Yep, and I don't think he takes it. So, yeah. We're gonna dump that there. Quests. Yeah, I don't think it really does much. Pie. Let's go check out what we need for that pie. So I think we got a cooking pot over here we can use. Just to see what we need. Alright, recipe. Mashed potatoes, cooked vegetables, cooked meat, cabbage rolls, beggar's fare. Onion bun, mom's pie. We need just to find flour. Wonder if we can. She sells flour. Potato. You sell flour.
Oh, love, plenty. And almost none of them happy. I'll never forget the first time we stumbled upon a place after a cloud of the weirdness oozed through. It was a small settlement, just a few houses. There was this odd, bitter taste in the air. The place was completely abandoned. Or so we thought. Until we started finding them, one by one. A man who tried to chop off his legs after they started sprouting antlers. Another one who gouged his eyes out, so he wouldn't have to look at his child melting into the floor. A woman in the farthest corner of the settlement managed to stab herself in the heart before it got to her. I almost dropped it all and ran back to Timberwall that day. I'm still not sure why I didn't. I guess... Sweet All-Mother, is he still whining about that contract? I want it fair and square. My offer was simply better. Besides, if you ask me, it's all just posturing. He might have lost the contract for his family, but for him, it was a clear win. Trading with the Keep in an official capacity. It means I don't just run this stand. I also handle orders from the captain and the quartermaster. It's a good deal, I won't lie. But it requires a lot of running around. Look, Heffen may seem... I'm not saying he lost on purpose, because I doubt that. But he didn't have to slink back to Connacht with his tail between his legs. He's got his little stall in the village, and he lords over it like a bloody king. Grouch that he is, he fits right in with the rest of those old codgers. All in all... Luck's a
Alright, we still need to find some sort of flower somewhere. Zillion. Abandoned house. Maybe. Oops, didn't mean to pick that up. Don't think there's any flower in here. Yeah, let's start heading out. Alright, now what? Quests. Oh, I think I do have a couple of tags I could drop off, actually. We'll go take care of that first before we head out.
It's you. Mahone is getting better. I don't know what you've done, at least for us. Unfortunately, Cole isn't in... His fate is in that. They'll do what they... I'm not going to be responsible. No. You know where to find me if you come...
Alright, got 600 gold from that, which is key, because we're gonna want that. Now, I do need to make something more with the handicrafts, actually. Just that I don't really like wasting all the materials just so I can level it up. But can't really do much else with it. Okay, let's see here. Anything that doesn't take wood. Iron ore, iron ore. Broken item. little bit. And we are going to save or sell all those and everything we just made. Okay. At least that increased it by 1. Now we're heading out. Back to the Archspire, where we ended up last time. But I am curious if this still works without having to charge it. Mostly. I could probably at least travel to there. And then we'll head around this way. Save. Alright, you. Let's do this. Concentrate on dodging and parrying this thing. Sage, we'll take all that. See what's in here. Is this the right direction? I think it will. Yeah. Spain, take all that. And the mushrooms. Okay, I am going to save once again. So our friend somewhere around here. Actually, I think she's on the other side. She was pretty close to where we were for the last quest. Oh, derp. We could have had a fast travel point. Well, we got it now. Probably a couple people around here. Which there they are.
Back to your hovel, coward!
That works for me. Also works for me. else? I don't think so. Alright. You.
Mather favours me. I'm Nest, of the Ulfra clan, and that's my real name. I'm nothing like that name. I'll admit, getting caught was my mistake, but his men had the numbers. Bromar might be an oaf, but I can't deny he's got some... That woman thinks only about business, doesn't she? Can't say I blame her. They took everything I had, but I managed to hide Orla's pa. She'll pay you. Ah, I see you don't know much about the Dalriata. No surprise there. Our elders keep us in the mountains and the world. In the Dalriata, you have to earn your name. If you fail, you're not worthy of carrying a name. How should I know what rattles around? Not that he got very far. Dalriata women, he probably thought if he kept me here long enough, I'd soften up. He's in for a rude... Finally, thanks. You didn't happen to kill that big oaf Bromar no-face. Well, honor demands.
Alrighty. That takes care of that quest mostly. Still just looking for flower. I'll use that. Yes, I will. That's a big skull. What's that? Soul stone. Ah. And let's see here. I think the weirdness is probably coming on. I've got 2 red caps here. Not a fan of facing red caps, but we'll do. Let's start by getting the one with a good hit. Let's see. Oh, where? If he doesn't bother me, I won't bother him. We'll just dig this up. Alright, got the mysterious package. Looks like there's some wolves ahead. And there is technically a boss also. The sage. Needle folded letter. What letter? Okay, and do we want to try facing Silent Sela? Probably not at night. I'll return later. Explore over here. There's the beach. I don't think I've ever really been to the beach over here in any of the iterations of the game so far, so this should be interesting. You know, I'm also thinking probably should explore the Sunken Village, which is actually, this is the northern end of it. Yeah. Let's see what we got over here, though. This looks like something. Mansion by the beach. Oh, yeah, so if I didn't insult the lady earlier, the mansion's up there. Studio wanted us to clear out the house. Theoretically, there's a oh, we're getting stalked. It's lovely. Sunken Village. So theoretically, there is the Guild of Explorers, whatever they're called, hanging around here. And there's just a lot of events, so let's keep farming. Ish. Just to get a good Hey, Brooklyn Hazel. Runs wild and you're here for the chaos. Well, welcome to the chaos. Let's see. Continuing looting. Oh. Does have satin trousers. You gotta be styling while you're dying. Yeah, I'm doing well. Oh, that is not my way. Yeah, let's use this thing. But yeah, I am doing quite well. Let's see, can I maybe some mushrooms? Let's see here. Come on, bro. I played Tainted Grail a bit in early access. So the thing is that they changed up a lot of quests and how things work from the previous version. So a lot of it's kind of new to me. But as a favorite game, yeah, I really enjoy it. I like the artwork, the style, and I enjoy the combat in it. Oh yeah, I'm in the definitely in a zombie undead heavy portion of the game right now. There's a yeah, this village was flooded by the druids, supposedly. And right now, I'm just kind of cruising through. I'm not really a full-time streamer. I'm trying to get back into streaming. I took a long break. I did more recording and on YouTube, so I got a bunch of stuff on YouTube as well. Well, looks like the right into daylight and the weirdness is gone. Makes it fights a little bit easier. We get this fast travel point. And I forget his name, but we'll go visit him over here. But yeah, it's a pretty fun game. Little mix of kind of like Elder Scrolls combined with like Elden Ring.
Having fun, are we?
Aha,
Oh.
that was his name.
A wanderer in the Sunken Village. You must be lost. Back in the day, you just needed to look at the stars and you'd know where you were going. Now, even they are misplaced. Island Asylum? I don't remember being there, not clearly, but when I look at your face, something stirs. Yes, I'm sure we've crossed paths before. And look at you now. Out in the world, breathing the fresh air. Freedom is a gift, even when it feels heavy. I guess I'm just an old man listening to the sound of the sea. Every wave carries a story, you know. Some are whispers. Long ago, I decided to wait for something.
Are you a lone
to
wolf
happen.
diving into single player quests, or do you
So,
prefer
I'm
multiplayer
waiting.
Chaos of Thorns? I enjoy both.
For what's ahead of me.
I
can
usually
feel
play
that it's
single
closer
player.
than ever. Everything that's around us. Monsters? I think you misunderstand. I don't see any monsters here. Only lost villagers. Still clinging to their... It's sad. But as you can see, not much depends on us. The world just keeps on happening. And you happen along with it. They were given some time, which they've tried to use as much as they could. That's all. I'm glad they allow me to... It's the cycle of life. There's nothing... Sometimes you just need... The Sunken Village was not always sunken. But one day... So the wave came and made the village into the Sunken.
There's a lot of talking here.
I know that some druids did it. Specific...
I can kind of skip through a little bit of this.
You'd have to ask those responsible for the flood. Who knows what's going through people's heads? Maybe someone ordered
Your
them
energy
to
is so underrated. More people need to find this
never
stream
know.
for real. Yeah, oh, that would be nice. Let people know. I'm gonna try to at least do maybe once or twice a week with this. Probably mostly after I get home from work. What happened to the druids responsible for the
That's a
flood?
good question. Maybe they burnt during the Charred Conclave. Maybe not. Nevertheless, the punishment was delivered and justice prevailed. Once again, the world... At least that's what those who set fire to the stakes preach. Long ago enough for people to have no chance of discovering, and yet recently enough that this... Now the village is what it is. And I'll stay and look. Among others, this wouldn't have happened if not for Camelot's desperation. Many tragic
thanks.
decisions were laid. I don't know if the word... What happened on the fields of the Charred Conclave wasn't just about the flood, my friend. It was about things... I have everything.
Alright.
Before you go... I understand. I see you. I hear you. And I have a... You can come keep me...
Alright. Pick up pieces of the broken gong, but I think we're now a little bit encumbered, so... Let's see here. How heavy was that? 2 pounds? Oh, we can fix that easily. Don't need that. Don't need that. We don't need that. And that should get us going good. Gaming artist, been designing custom Twitch visuals for 5+ years, been loving helping creators stand out with delicate slated creations. Great to meet you, by the way. Well, nice to meet you too, Broken Hazel. Okay. Thought there was the the Explorers Guild, or whatever they were called, hanging out here, but don't seem to find them. But we do have one last area to visit while we're here. Seawall's tomb. Alrighty. There's not going to be really anything in here yet. This becomes a little bit more important later on, but since we're here, it's kind of neat to explore. Plus, I think there's a few things we can get. Oh, there is corpse eaters though, so we'll take care of that. Nope. Dark Souls rolling ain't gonna save you this time. Thank you for so much. I want to see a few custom samples. I think it fit your vibe. Can I have your Discord and I'll shoot it over. Yeah, I'll take a look at. Let me get to a point. We'll take all the books. I like to read through them occasionally. Kind of neat to read. Alright, we need to camp place in this area. That would have been easy. Too easy. Okay, we have the Faded Hood, which increases spell power. We could probably drop those. Or those. Should we drop that? And that will work for me. Alright, yeah, I'll send you a net later. First, we're gonna get those new magic spells. Alright. So we have Seawall's tomb over here. Let's see. Need One-Eyed Sigil. These are marked as enemies, but you can't actually do with them anything with them. And I believe they're affiliated with the Knights of the Round Table because I believe that's Camelot's logo. To make things easier later in the game. Do that. Alright, with this completely emptied, we're gonna head back to the horn up there. First though, let's get a nice little use of the new photo mode. There we go. Let's see here. Weed. Another drowner. Take care of that. Forgot to keep it spick. Let's head back. Right now that we're out of the whole area, let's set up the bonfire. Alright, let's see. So we do need to improve our practicality and strength and endurance mostly. So I think I'm going to actually improve... Let's improve practicality. A lot of the things we want to use are using that. And for the skill tree, I want to... Not quite sure. We got parry projectiles, parry increases life steal, parry increase drains 20% more stamina. Perception. Critical chance, it's got practicality. Improve armor threshold. Gain just 1 extra armor. Endurance increases your melee damage by 1% per point. That's all good. Bows, movement, attack speed. Let's increase our attack speed actually. That will. Can we see? Was this gong already here in your time?
Perhaps. I cannot say for certain. My memory remains too. It seems familiar. I do not feel my soul bound to it, but I know our path shall lead us here. Something lingers beyond this gate. Something ain't. We'll find the truth.
Alright. Okay, let's see here. Should be popping up right here by the castle. There we are. Once again, our drunk homeboy still manning the gate. And we're gonna go ahead and check out our friend the blacksmith over here. No wood for sale currently. Alright, let's see. We'll sell the red cap daggers that we collected. And Tornkeeper gloves, leather gloves. We are full of something. Oh, here we go. 1, 2, 3. We got an armor relic that we could use. Multiplies stamina regen and 2 weapon relics. And we're just stocking up on a lot of the crafting reagents for now. Yeah. Alright, could probably get rid of all of that. Let's hit up our stash. I think we're gonna dump a lot of these books and stuff because we actually don't really need them. Some of them weigh, some of them don't. But it's just a way to free up some space. These are all recipes, and we already have all these, so dump these in the stash as well. We do have a few unidentified items. A lot of these. Probably could take a look at those. Keeper armor. We have enough endurance that it's better than what we have, but it is heavy. Let's drop off. I think actually we're good at this point. I just need to use up all my reagents and food. Well, how many reagents? Let's take a look at. Alright, that wolf pelt. Those take up a bit of room. The bear pelts do. Those don't weigh anything. Broken arrow. these don't actually weigh anything anymore. Alright. Let's see here. Alright, we can talk to the merchant because we found the package. And we could look into taking out one of these. We'll see which one's closer in the map after we talk to the merchant.
That's the best news I've heard all week. Come on, then. Now that I think about it, since you managed to bring that package and Ness decided to ditch me, you might as well help with the next parts of the job. My client, you know who, wants the package delivered to a specific place. Once you're there, you'll use these very special arrows I'm about to give you and shoot the package from regular arrows won't do the trick. And if you waste them before the job's done, I'll charge you for the next batch. These aren't gifts, they're tools. Oh, come on. What do you think happens when you shoot flaming arrows? Anyway, whatever opens up in front of you, check. If I were you, I wouldn't touch anything. But if something catches your eye, well, am I some kind of seer? But if the rumors about him cozying up to the Dalriata tribes are true, personally, I think the cap... Try not to...
Okay, okay. Let's see here. Where are we supposed to go with that? Alright, we could use the bonfire. Wait, that's where we killed the ogre. So that should be relatively free of peoples. Let's see here. There's the gallows. Oh, we could do... We'll probably do that now. It's easy enough. Off to Blood Lake we go. Still need to face you at some point too. Alright, let's see here. We just stay on this road. Something there. Yep, corpse eater. Nice dodge. That's easy. Okay, there. Have I been on that side? Yeah, that's the druidic shrine right over there. Let's take care of these guys first, and then we'll hop in the lake. Alright, let's see here. I think the door... Yep, there's a door. Alright, that starts a new quest. We're going to save here. And we are going to get started with this one.
You shouldn't be here. This is no place for the living. Poor sod. I think my name was Mallory. I wandered in search of meaning, until one night, a very special dream came to me. In that dream, a beautiful, towering flower whispered to me, and so I resolved to seek. This is what I found, from the rain to the gut. I suppose it's what lies beyond those ever watching, ever listening doors. They wait for our next move. Soon, when we finish our... That's a good question. Too much time. You should not ask me. The Druids created this place. They called it the Hall of Trials, as they sought to find... We all wanted to see the garden, to learn... I doubt they expected such an outcome themselves. I cannot. I am bound to it forever. The slaughter has come to pass. A foul affair. Many lives reduced. Humans have a rather dreadful tendency to descend into madness. Especially... You could try counting. We slaughtered one another until poor Alice and Ida. Those were the last two I killed. Though it's staggering, isn't it? How many good luck. Perhaps we should... If I could ask you... I truly...
Alright. To start with prepping for this, let's start by... we got chill. Let's use our Fool's Rush plus 1. Ow. Alright, let's get out of the way. The good old murder stroke. And that gave us a whole bunch of cool stuff here. So let's see what we just picked up. Mostly because we're 172 pounds out of 165. Alright, we got here Face of the Last Man. Overall less armor, but would increase melee damage, so it's something that we could look into. 7 strength, 5 endurance. We'll keep the standard iron helm for now. We do have the chest plate of the Last Man, which is indeed much better, even if we use it now. 22% armor, but weight goes way up. How much dodge do we have if I switch to that? Still 2. Yeah, we could switch to that for now. Lastly, there was a parrying sword, and he just had a cracked shield. We're gonna drop the shield. We got a lot of new summons. Burning Ember, Cliff Shard still. Parrying sword plus 1. We can use that, so we're gonna swap all our magic-based ones. Parrying sword. Alright, and that still doesn't help us being overweight. We need to drop a few more things here. Not a fan of the Keeper armor. Let's see. Yeah, I could probably drop... That doesn't weigh anything, though. Let's drop the short sword. And the longsword. We need to drop something else. just drop these actually. That'll bring us down. Okay. Let's see. So that opened the door. I don't think there's much else here to see. Time to head inside and see what abject horrors await us. Like that. Alright. This is a good spot to get some roses. Okay, let's... Weird storm. Oh, yes, please. And a random piece of paper. The garden and the hall of trials must be intertwined, not just by the land or the place itself, but by something deeper. We must hope that those gathering in the hall of trials will endure. Brightwin had already noted the first sense of conflict, a bone of contention. How human of them. Perhaps we need it. We've been sitting too deep within our own minds far too long. Take that. I don't need any more carnations. We'll take that. I think there's going to be more papers popping up. Let's start exploring. Soil whispers as we shape it, yet the whispers seek out not of life, but of our decay, the decay of our minds, our paragram. And everything we knew until this point. Now we try to create a sanctuary, a place where our knowledge might bloom once more, yet all we have on earth are the roots of our own despair. The more we dig, the more we bury ourselves beneath the weight of our questions. What are we if not creatures destined to unravel beneath the very answers we seek? I think we need something else, maybe something from the outside. I'll take that. There's another soul stone, druid's wish gem. Take the carnation. All that good stuff, and we're going to take that to the alchemist bench over here. Let's see here. Small health potion. More of those. Okay, that helps out a lot. Bottles, jars. We'll take the bloodstone and the rosemary. And we'll do potions there. How much over? Alright, increased max mana. I want to still use the increased critical chance. We need to drop something. Don't really want to drop any of those. Or those. Start 50% mana. Well, we can drop those. No, for now. Notes on the slaughter. I cannot be sure if it was months, years, or decades. The time is blurred beyond recognition, but what did happen undeniably was the slaughter, and I'm not sure what we were expecting. Mallory remained alone in the Hall of Trials. The gates did not open. For some reason, we cannot force them. The garden has taken control of us. Sage Dunaran has just let go of his humanity, leaving himself hollow. Is this the fate that awaits us all? Humanity's greatest flaw is the endless yearning for meaning where none exists. All these fancy potions. King is dead. He should be. That would be the natural order of things. But now each stone we place in the garden reflects a truth we are unwilling to face. This ugly thing happened has shattered the fragile shell of our beliefs, exposing the raw festering wood of our ignorance. Claim to understand humanity, but now I wonder, are we not simply echoes of a lost purpose, desperately clinging to illusions of meaning? We must rediscover our understanding of our place in this world. Dun dun dun. Alright, we made a 360. Let's head back down. Alright, let's see, that is empty. Let's see here, is it? Here we go.
Have you seen the flower? Where could Brightwen be? What?
Hello. Get that health potion going. Alright, now we got stamina. Where's my skelly boy? Why aren't you helping? Alright, this looks like something requires Hidewind Seal. Alright, looks like we got more of those guys around here.
What a grim moment this is.
Well, I mentioned they started to seek out the place after Strange
He
Dream.
believed that only one whose heart burns with a powerful desire to find answers could pass through the gate dividing the garden from the Hall of Trials. The gate never opened for anyone before. But it did not. So he waited, trying to understand. At a certain point, we reached an impasse. We realized we lacked an external factor. Someone with a living matter with which we could collect. No, we were never certain he was the one we were looking for. We feared letting in someone unworthy. The soil began to drink blood. The garden started to change. We had no say in the matter. Other druids vanished, although their bodies. I believe the wretch named Mallory deeply hoped that and he was not mistaken. I know what this place used to be. I assume this is the answer to the first resurrection of Arthur. We needed to take a step back. And for that, we needed a place of peace. The idea of a garden reminded we really believed that we could reinvent humanity. Unthinkable. Even now, after so many years, the king was dragged back to the land of the living whenever humanity sought its legendary. It turned out to be abuse. To take the memory of a life so precious and full of potential, step by step, over and over, leading it to its inevitable. Not in the way I expected, but yes, I have found the answers. The source of our doom is humanity itself. It's an infinite jest and the perfect tragedy of our lives. That which makes me never truly know what we are, or the nature of our lives. Until we succumb to corrupt, only then does everything begin to appear as it truly is. This place is like a terrifying mirror. And so, what has already happened? There is only one. There is a sealed gate. Beyond it lies something that must be destroyed. Whether to face this terror, if you consider that to be your abomination born from a futile, the child of our.
Alright, so that sealed gate that we came across at the beginning, we're gonna head back to it.
Behold.
If I can figure out where to go. There we are. Alright, we are going to save before continuing. Yeah, that was a good idea saving. Alrighty. Start off by let's see where we should go here. We're gonna add rush. Okay, let's see if there's anything else we can loot in here. Alright, yeah, I'm probably going to actually end my stream pretty soon, actually. But we'll continue looking through here. See if there's anything else we can loot. us to the beginning there. Let's head back down this way. Okay, from there. No, nothing there. There's nothing hidden up here. Nope. Alright, let's head back to Predweirden, or whatever his name is.
You have returned. You reek of blood. You reek of purification. You've killed our child and set the so. Now at last, I shall let the flower bloom in all its beauty and die as it was always meant to. Thank you, Seeker.
Alrighty. We've got 168 out of 165. We did just pick up a whole bunch of new stuff. We did get a new spear, which we can use. 20 to 25. Curious. Maybe. At least now we'll switch back to that. And that scale that we just picked up, was that armor relic? Okay. And still need to drop something. We'll drop you. No, that's fine. Let's head out. Sack of mushrooms. Good haul right there. Alright, time to get out of here.
Have you seen? There is
Let's see, exit should be here. Yeah, that tracks that would come out during weirdness. So we're gonna hop out. It's the lake, now we're gonna pop down a bonfire. Once again, we can level up. So could do practicality again, but I do kind of want to increase our endurance. That way we can get a little bit more encumbrance weight, more health, and more stamina regen. Now with the skill tree, general. Okay, let's go back to dexterity. Add one more long dash. Yes. Alright, so that gives us 3 dashes with the coat that we're using. So theoretically, probably swap out the coat if I wanted to get something better. I can survive with 2 dashes. Let's see here. Should be some. Yes, I think. See too far with the weirdness we're going on. I think I'm heading the right direction. Take that. This Temple of the Mother.
Oh, greetings, kind. Sir? Madam? Right, so, would you perchance be... Right, of course, silly me! Oh, you'll have to excuse me, I have very bad eyesight. This is a thing that happens to humans, right? I mean, I'm pretty sure it is.
Yes, it is, as you, a fellow human, must know very well.
Oh, that I do, that I do. It's really hard being a human, isn't it? I mean, we can get hurt so easily. Even falling from a tree. Or we could catch an illness that makes our skin crack and blister. I mean, it is horrifying. I'd just be grateful if you didn't try to sell me any weapons, or nails, or bucket. It's not that I have anything against things made of iron. I simply don't.
Gotta love the fae or a fairy trying to pretend to be human. That always makes me laugh. Alright, that increases sneak damage, which I don't need, and that is charged by killing 5, increases next damage. That would be good with a one-hander. How much is that? 40. Is that a cube? I'm just curious. We'll figure what that does by buying it. And then selling, let's see here. I don't really want to sell any of my reagents. Though what I could probably do is I have 2 burning embers. I could sell 1.
Done already? Are you sure that's all?
I have a feeling we need Excalibur for that. Probably opens up that. Let's see what we got here. still can't find any flower anywhere. But we did level up again, so we're gonna now dump another point to practicality. Skill trees. Let us hit up. I do summon a lot. Let's do Summoner's Battery. And a little bit of boost in something I actually do. Recipe. Can I make that pie yet? No, I am still missing flour. Do you sell flour? I didn't check. No, you do not.
Have a safe.
Great, where do we want to go now? Shrine of Forgotten God, Shrine of Deer, Eastgate. There's boss fight over there. Tainted Village. How much wood do we have? I don't think we picked up that much wood since our last chopping trip. Yeah, we're at 11. I think we'll start heading back towards the village, or the castle. That way we can use our stash to stash some of the unique weapons and stuff that we just picked up. Try it the right way. I don't think I'm heading there. Oh yeah, because I'm heading right back towards the lake. Alright. There's the road. Travel button just to do the last little part. Hop on over. Hello, sir. Everyone's asleep, so let's pop in here. We have access to the free bed. Get that well rested buff for a little bit while we go check out a few things. Let's hit the stash first. Alright, we have the endurance to use that, just not the strength, so we'll drop that off. Can't use that either. Unfortunately, Thorn Helmet, I like you, but we're gonna drop you off. We'll keep those here. We'll drop that off as well. You are just, well, you're a much better option now. We're gonna drop you off. Keep you, drop you off. Gives us a bit of room to work with. Let's see. What if I switched you to that? But we can't use that yet until we have 5 spirituality. Okay. Need that at some point. Do I have keeper tags to drop off?
Stay out of my way.
Alright. Got some money from that. We're dropping off some keeper tags. Alright, let us see if he can sell any more wood. More wood. We'll buy that. Okay. And let's see. Cool. We did that. Can we build armor yet? No, because we're missing leather, but we're still missing one leather. Shop. Buy like 5 leather. Let's see if we can get this quest done. Cool. Festering armor quest. Made the armor based on your notes.
Damn, you're getting the hang of this quicker than most. Tell you what, I've got a pattern I've been sitting on. Oi, friend. You went and made armor based on the Armor's Almanac, didn't you? Those books are the biggest load of crap I've ever come across. And I've talked to... Yeah, well, Alar is a fanatical follower of that Shadow Blade. He's read a couple of those books, and suddenly he even had the nerve to argue with me. Now, I told him, I can hammer your face just as easily as this steel. Well, that... Arden Shitblade, you mean? Of course I don't respect him. That fool is ruining the reputation of every armorer out there. No one knows who he is or why his nonsense even gets published. But plenty of people would love to get their hands on him. You don't get it. Those books, what do you think will happen? They sure as hell won't become a Knight of the Round Table. First Grindelow they come across will punch right through that garbage armor.
Grindelow can punch through almost any armor, so yeah.
Exactly. That's why I think Arden needs... Well, if you could find him, knock some... I've got no idea. Maybe Alar knows. He's been trying to share the wisdom of... Thank you.
Alright. That's so amusing. Okay, now we got the Drowner's armor, which we need to go find. More leather, which means we can hunt some deer. We need more Drowner tongues. Need like 5 more. And then a lot of iron ore. In the meantime, I've got the Charles Plate of the Last Man, which I think I'll wait on attaching relics to it for now at least. We'll see if we can chop some wood over here. We waited enough time, so we got a full load. I think 18 wood that we can chop up right here. And that should bring us to do the last building project in the village.
It's... I know. The gate's standing proud again. And that monument. Well, folks around here might not say much, but they'll notice. A place that looks cared for makes people care more in return. Good work. If I had a medal, maybe Fergus will even crack a smile. Or at least grunt at a... Either way, you've done well.
Oh, that gave us a little bit of extra XP. For now. Alrighty, so we got that. Transfusion, life transfusion. Alright. We'll head back up here. And then let's see if Fergus will give us anything for fixing up the village. We'll give him a talking to at least. Giving this guy, talk to him, see if he's got anything.
Blessings upon you. It's a sickness, a corruption, but many of my brothers would call it. And yet, I wonder. The weirdness twists and warps, yes. Life grows in its wake. And that is what... As prepared as any men can be against something they barely... Swords and fire will hold back beasts. But there is one thing. The Excalibur they... Well, even as it rests upon its pedestal, the air... The keepers may not see it for what it is. And if it truly holds back the... Safe? No. But... Safe. But tell me, what is safety? True. So no, I do not... Certainly.
Alright, so there is a heal. That's pretty expensive, though. That shield looks cool. That also requires 5 spirituality. Probably should actually start increasing that. But, you know, we have to do all the practicality and the strength and the endurance to get the rest of the armor sets that I'm working on. Alright. Have I played bandits lately? I'd like to collect bounty for some bandits.
Oh, I see. Go chop off.
Yeah. 20. Alright, let's see here. We're gonna do a quick save. Horns of the South, quick travel. Alright, so we have Rusty Ardgal over there. Son the Giant, Silent Celia. We could attempt. We'll do an attempt for sure.
Up on me.
That was fun.
Strength of 100 men.
Back to take that.
I see fear in your eyes.
Okay, I was not expecting to fight immediately after using the fast travel. No, I think I hit last checkpoint, not last save. Oh, that's fine. Alright, this time,
prepare for battle.
We'll dodge. He's got a sword this time.
'Tis but a scratch. My shield is a fortress. You're no match for me. Show me what you are made of. Fight is mine. You're no match for us.
Alright, we'll use that.
I see fear in your eyes. You'll regret this. I'll strike you down. Your road ends here.
There we go. I think we really need anything else besides. We'll take that.
Show me what you are made of. I'll strike you down.
Okay, so we went through all of them. I think there's a... Well, we have a bounty at the end of this road. So we still have to fight our way through. Go here first.
Stay sharp.
Come on. There's the right. Bag. We are going to use poison.
Your gold belongs to us. I'll make you pay for that.
Oy. Oh. Okay, at least it's saved up there, right?
We're being watched. Keep your eyes peeled.
Your gold
get some aggro going, so I don't
Your road is
the boss, but he's running over. Okay, so since he's running over, let's go ahead and
fertilized in the soil. You're no match for our man.
we're just gonna go one at a time.
Your road ends here. Your money. Your money. Your life. Your money.
That helps.
This is going to
Where are you going?
Your gold belongs to us.
Your armor won't save you.
Your wealth is ours.
I'm invincible.
We'll make short work of you. Your gold belongs to us.
Alright, let's see here. Potions. Did I absolutely run out of those? Equipment. Alright. I know I had more.
Guns there. Your gold belongs to us. Your gold belongs to us. Your wealth is ours.
There we go. Okay, so that's the bounty right there. Let's see, he had that, but that doesn't help us whatsoever, so we'll toss that. I know he had another weapon, this giant club, which weighs 5.3. Oh, we can ditch that. Anything else? Anything else? Could switch to those. Let's get rid of those. Those are actually not better than these, so we'll switch to those. Alright, back to our quest of finding flour, which we did. Just need to remember not to use it for anything else. Actually, since we're right here. We're gonna go ahead and make it. Cook. Recipe. Mom's pie. Finally found the flour for that. In the meantime, we'll leave that. And that should get us a good stash of food for future fights. take his pants. Alright, what are these? Concoctions, cool, and more concoctions. Which are actually kind of nice to have. Practical guide to profitable armor. Which gives us more of the armor sets actually that we were making for the quests for the blacksmith, which is kind of nice. Okay, how much heavier are we? We still got 3 pounds to go. I think there's... Drop those. Drop those. Oh yeah, we dropped that. And those. That should help us out tremendously. Weight-wise. I don't pick up everything back up from ingredients. And everything else is just down there, so we are going to head back. We're going to collect that bounty, and we are going to deliver that pie to finish off that quest. I could go up there, maybe. Or, no, that's not a ladder. Whoops. A little more sage. Take that. We'll use the fast travel option right here. Head back to the horns.
Yes. Still tastes like shit. Exactly how... Oh, don't get me wrong. I really... It's just that every time I doubt my service in the Horde... My mother wasn't much of anything, to tell the truth. She always said I was good for nothing, and that I should be... And every day she'd bring back home a new uncle.
That was weird.
Many of those uncles like to kick me out of my own house when they were drinking, and then when she'd sober up, got rid of an uncle, she'd... If the other villagers hadn't been feeding me, I would have starved to... Yeah, I do.
Yep, got that little bit of XP, but XP is XP. But
Please,
you
stick.
I like to collect
Did he
bounty
resist?
bandits, and I like to collect a reward for bandit leader, Rusty Argal.
You managed to kill Rusty Argo? Well, well. A few months back, he supposedly took out a high-ranking red priest. But it was you who finally pulled it off. And from what I hear, he was a tough bastard, surrounded by... Do you keep bandits' fingers? Go chop off...
That gives us a big boost of XP, which is what we wanted. And we're gonna head to the stash and drop off some things. Like that club. Mostly just that club. Alright, actually, can we switch? We can switch to that now. So what that means is I want to remove the relic off the sword I have now. So we're gonna have to head back to the blacksmith. And then...
Just another peaceful moment.
Okay. Attach relic. You. Did you never save the fact that I put one on? I don't think it did. That is fine with me, so... I need to swap out first. let's get rid of you then. Alrighty, so this sword is much nicer as we can now gain an extra attack for every parry. Your next attack is applied one extra time. What we'll do is we'll add the relic slot. And weapon now applies burning. That's actually kind of nice. And then let's go ahead and add in the other one. We'll just do another extra 3% damage. And can we upgrade it? Oh, we need iron. Alright, so that right there helps out a lot. So not only does this sword do more damage than the other one we were using, it now can do burning damage. Applies burning. But also has the other relic as well, plus the parry. And I like parrying. Alright. Well, everyone, I think that's it for tonight. I hope you've enjoyed the stream. I always enjoyed playing this game. We will continue trying to knock out all of these side quests. I knocked out a couple of the miscellaneous ones. I just want to knock out a couple more of the side quests here. And before we continue on with the main quests. I hope you have enjoyed the stream. Please give me a follow or a like and subscribe on my YouTube channel. And I hope to see you again. And I will be hopefully maybe streaming tomorrow. And maybe the day after that as well. So take care and have a good one.